For me, if Rookie of the Year was picked today, I give it to Angel. Will Caitlin Clark come into the WNBA and do what she's doing right now? Absolutely not.
That one didn't age quite so well.
When discussing the Caitlin Clark phenomenon, it's an open secret. The media, current players, and especially former players are gunning for her on a daily basis. And I'd say Clark's biggest critic, and dare I say hater, is retired WNBA player Cheryl Swoopes.
Caitlin Clark right now probably takes about 40 shots a game.
It's totally made up. Pure fiction. It's fiction.
So people say, dang, like he or she's killing them. But you have a 25-year-old playing against a 20-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you should be killing them.
Yeah. It's fiction. It's an urban legend that never happened.
Well, Caitlin should have broke that record in 4 years. But because there's a COVID year, and then there's another year, you know what I mean? So she's already had an extra year to break that record.
It never happened. It never happened. We made this one up.
This lady from day one has been the biggest anti-Clark person in the entire media. And when it comes to Clark, she's not above criticism or critique. But with Swoopes, her critiques aren't even based on reality or fact. And here's the funny thing, Clark at every turn has proven this lady wrong over and over and over. And when it comes to the so-called Rookie of the Year race, I mean, it's not even a debate. It's Caitlin Clark and everyone else. The Angel Reese stuff, it's all hype manufactured and a product of social media. As you watch the games, no offense, but this is just, it's downright sad.
Leads to a 3-on-1 fast break opportunity. Allen, the give off to Reese. Shortchanged the opportunity.
I mean, the whole Reese versus Clark debate, it's totally manufactured. But looking back at Cheryl for 1 second, her downplaying Clark has taken a weird twist. As she's tried lying, discrediting her, she's tried all that. But her latest tactic is ignoring Clark altogether. As in discussing Indiana's recent hot play, she mentioned every player except for Clark. And looking at Clark in those games, versus Phoenix, 29-10, got a W, versus Seattle, 23-9, also a W, and versus Minnesota, 23-8, that was an L. After those games, Swoopes mentioned everyone except for Clark, the biggest impact player on the team.
This Indiana team, I'm going to say shout out to Lexi Hull. I'm a big Lexi Hull fan. Kelsey Mitchell is just stroking. She is just shooting the basketball. Aaliyah Boston, almost a triple-double. I know we're talking about teams where they can move and things changing, but if Indiana continues to play the way they're playing like this, they too are going to move up in the standings.
Really? Oh, so that's how you're going to play it. You going to do this? Okay, fine.
Swoopes right there, beyond a shadow of a doubt, was deliberate in not mentioning Clark. As you watch any of those games, Clark's name is the first one that should come out of your mouth. Yes, other players are playing great, they are contributing. But Clark every single night is the catalyst, the main offensive weapon who makes things run. And looking at her last 10 games, again, downright dominant and historic. As scoring-wise, 21.2 points per game, that ranks 4th in the league. Assists, 11.4, first by over 3 per game. Rebounds, 6.2, that ranks 15th. And steals and blocks, both top 13. Clark in her last 10 games is the only player outside of Asia Wilson who's top 15 in all those categories. So to give you guys some perspective with Clark, where we've gone from at the start of the season, people said she was a bust, overrated, the quote-unquote Great White Hope. Took her a few games, couple of weeks, found her footing, found her place, took her bumps and her bruises, and now post All-Star break is dominant like a 5-year veteran. Cheryl Swoopes at this point is eating a big slice of humble pie, as what she imagined would happen didn't even come close to fruition. And still, with that being said, when it comes to Caitlin Clark versus Angel Reese, who do you think she's pushing for the Rookie of the Year?
For me, if Rookie of the Year was picked today, I give it to Angel.
I am shocked. Shocked. Well, not that shocked.
Kenyon, you can speak to this. Rebounding, is about effort. And I want it more than you, and I'm just gonna go get it. And I think she's averaging a double-double.
Yes. 12 and
That's
10.
impressive. That's impressive for anybody, let alone a rookie, to come in and do that.
So stopping it right there, that clip was a very tough listen. And when it comes to Rookie of the Year, what's Reese's case over Clark, according to Swoopes? Apparently, it's just hustle, play, energy, playing hard, and that's really about it. And the ironic thing from Swoopes, what does she say? You know, some people don't know basketball, they don't understand the game. When her take on Reese versus Clark is clear-cut definition of someone not understanding the game.
I think it's coming from people who don't really know the game and don't understand basketball.
Ironic.
What you have in Caitlin Clark is a generational talent. A Larry Bird to Steph Curry, someone in that vein. What you have in Angel Reese is a female Andre Drummond. She'll get her double-double, her 10 rebounds, 12 rebounds, she'll get that. But in terms of winning, being impactful, just being a good offensive player, not that at all. Caitlin Clark on offense, a light years better scorer, tremendously better passer, and efficiency-wise, it's not even close. And for the Fever, what does she do that Angel Reese does not do? Great shots for teammates and space for teammates. Reese is the exact opposite. As even from 3 feet in, this girl is an absolute brick. And a lot of her offensive boards, rebound stats, they're padded by her own misses, which again, it reeks of Andre Drummond 2.0.
Allen calling out the play she wants to see. Angel Reese spinning on 6'8".
And I'll give Reese credit for one thing. Her being an all-star as a rookie, despite being inept and useless on offense, that is really an amazing achievement. And this girl inside the paint, inside 8 feet, is still a brick. As on the year, is first in attempts at 10.3 per game by a mile, and dead last in field goal percentage at 41.3%. Angel Reese inside 8 feet is 119 of 288. For some perspective, you have a girl like Tier McCowan who's ahead of her in makes despite 100 less attempts. I mean, that right there, that is sad. And McCowan, around 60% shooting, 20% higher than Reese. Angel Reese in her own way is historic. Is it in a good way? No. And compared to Caitlin Clark, who's a point guard, 6 foot, 6'1". Clark inside 8 feet shoots 58.8%, 70 makes out of 119 attempts. Compared to Reese, Caitlin Clark is like a Kyrie Irving, a maestro in the paint. And one more thing I do want to address about Swoopes, she mentioned double-doubles. And look, double-doubles of rebounds, I mean, it's a good stat, it makes headlines, gets Twitter likes, but in terms of being an effective basketball player, these double-doubles are largely meaningless and empty calories. And comparing her to Clark, Caitlin, when she has a double-double, her team's record is 6-4. And 8 of those 10 games, her double-doubles are off assists, not rebounds. And of course, assists, much harder to get and more valuable than rebounds. Now looking at Reese in her double-double games, her team record is 8-15.
I think I can smell shite.
Angel Reese to some degree is the inverse of Caitlin Clark. Her game is inside 3 feet, and her range is about 2.5 feet. Defenses versus Clark, they're guarding her out to 30-35 feet, picking up full court. I mean, just watch the games any given night. The defense, much more afraid of Clark than Angel Reese. When it's all said and done, Clark is going to have every assist record, 3-point record, as well as scoring record. And someone like Swoopes, her numbers, they're going to be dwarfed in the process. And you can imagine Swoopes not going to be happy about that going forward. As always, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you next time.